I'm calling to order this hearing or roundtable, a public roundtable of the Committee of the Whole of the Council of the District of Columbia. I'm Phil Mendelson, Chairman of the Council and Chair of the Committee of the Whole. Today is Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. The time is 3:01 in the afternoon, and this hearing is being held in the Council Chambers, Room 500 of the Johnny Wilson Building. The subject of this hearing is consideration of 3 nominations by the mayor for reappointment to the Board of Industrial Trades. PR 25-720, Board of Industrial Trades, Levon Woods, Confirmation Resolution 2024. PR 25-721, Board of Industrial Trades, Sean Ellis, Confirmation Resolution 2024. And PR 25-722, Board of Industrial Trades, Tanya Lewis, Confirmation Resolution of 2024. Each of these resolutions for reappointment were submitted to the council by the mayor on Monday, April 8th, 2024. The stated purpose of each of these is to confirm the reappointment of Levon Woods as a licensed electrician member, to confirm the reappointment of Sean Ellis as a licensed steam and other operating engineer member of the Board of Industrial Trades, and to confirm Mayor's nomination for reappointment of Tanya Lewis as a licensed electrician member of the Board of Industrial Trades. These, I'm double checking real quickly. Each of these reappointments will be for a term to end June 26, 2027. The record in this matter will be open for roughly 2 weeks, maybe not. The record will close at 5 p.m. on Monday, June 3rd, 2024. That's not 2 weeks. The record will close, as I said, close of business 5 p.m. on Monday, June 3rd, 2024. Looking at the witness list, we have 3 witnesses, the nominees. 2 are in person and 1 is participating virtually. I love people who are here in person, so thank you. So let me call to the table or to the internet, Levon Woods, Sean Ellis, and Tanya Lewis. And why don't we begin in that order? So, Ms. Woods, why don't you begin? When you're ready.
Good afternoon, Chairman Mendelson and members of the committee. I am Levon Woods, and it is my pleasure to receive your consideration for my appointment to serve on the Board of Industrial Trades. I am grateful to Mayor Muriel Bowser for reappointing me and honored to have this opportunity to continue to serve the residents of the district. I am a native Washingtonian and a lifelong resident of Ward 5. I'm a graduate of McKinley Tech Senior High School. After high school, I attended Lindenwood College in St. Charles, Missouri. I returned home after 1 year to be close to my Asian grandmother. When I returned home, I worked for the DC Department of Recreation and Parks, where I worked as a teenager during summer. After several years with DPR, I realized my true passion and began my apprenticeship with IBEW Local 26 in Washington, DC. After 5 years, I received my DC Journeyman's license. I worked as a journeyman electrician in the union for 15 more years as a life safety foreman, estimator, and project manager. I later obtained my DC electrical master's license, starting an electrical contracting company, Alpha Power and Alarm, which is a DC certified business enterprise. I currently serve as president and designated master electrician. I wanted to be able to train and employ DC residents and show them they have options for a pathway to the middle class if college isn't what they want to pursue after high school. I also wanted to train and hire returning citizens. I believe they have paid their debt to society and deserve another chance that many employers are not willing to give them. I've partnered with the DMV Academy, formerly the Charles Mann Academy, a 501c3 nonprofit organization focusing on working with aspiring electricians in Washington, D.C., who are interested in learning the electrical trade and building a career. Currently, our classes take place in Ward 8, with future plans to expand in Ward 5. Program features a journeyman electrician apprenticeship with one-on-one guidance and support on all essential aspects of becoming an electrician, including support as a journeyman electrician, as well as hands-on experience under the watchful eye of an industry veteran. In addition, I am an International Code Council certified property maintenance and housing inspector. I was part of the DCRA Resident Inspector Program, in which DCRA, now in DLCP, trains district residents to perform housing, illegal construction, and vacant building inspections. I am a competent and skilled master electrician with over 20 years' experience. I am truly eager to continue to serve on this board because I love the city and I'm proud to be a native Washingtonian. This is my way of giving back to a city that has given me so much. From the late, great Marion Berry, who provided me with my very first job, to now Mayor Bowser and her continued investment in the small businesses like my own. My vision for the board has always been to ensure the highest standards of safety, reliability, and innovation in the electrical industry through comprehensive oversight, regulation, and collaboration with industry stakeholders. I fully understand that this board was established to protect public health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of DC by ensuring that individuals engaged in these trades have specialized skills and training required to perform such services for the public. I'm committed to using my skills to work with this board to achieve that mission. Thank you, Chairman Mendelson, for the opportunity to testify before this committee. I would happy to respond to any questions that you may have and other members of the committee may have.
Thank you, Ms. Woods. Mr. Ellis?
Yes, good afternoon, Chairman Mendelson and members of the committee. I am Sean Ellis, and it is a pleasure to receive your consideration for my nomination to serve on the Board of Industrial Trades. I'm grateful to Mayor Muriel Bowser for reappointing me, and I am honored to continue to serve the residents of the District of Columbia. I represent the steam engineers on the board. Being a member of the board is important to me because I have a seat at the table of decision makers. Throughout my career, like many, I have seen justice and injustices occur. However, it has been the injustices that have influenced my willingness to serve. Being a member of the board is not just a position, but also a call to servitude, and that is not a responsibility that I take lightly. One thing that is guaranteed in life is change. It is the board's duty to ensure that we are adapting to these changes. For example, technology is moving and improving at lightning speed in our trades, from improvements to tools to more efficient equipment that uses less energy to operate. This is a great time for young people to explore the possibilities of a career in the trades, and I want to encourage them to do so. While change can be scary, it is also necessary to improve upon what currently exists. Personally, I want to be part of that change. Working alongside my co-board members has been a rewarding experience and one that I cherish. Although things are changing, we must keep in mind that the safety of the community is paramount. After going through the pandemic, I believe that the majority of society who was not previously conscious of health and safety have a new outlook on life. As a board member, I will continue to be vigilant about safety and ensure that the public's health is always the main focal point of the board. As board members, we have to do the work, and it requires each of us to be selfless. Thank you, Chairman Mendelson, for the opportunity to testify before this committee. I would be happy to respond to any questions from you and the members of the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis.
No problem.
Tanya Lewis, who's participating virtually. You're still muted.
There we go. Good day, Chairman Mendelson, and I do apologize for not being in person. I am currently taking care of my mom who is suffering from end-stage dementia, so my presence is necessary at all times. So good day, Chairman Mendelson and members of the Committee of the Whole. My name is Tanya Lewis, and I would like to thank you and Mayor Bowser for the opportunity to continue to serve as co-chairman for the Board of Industrial Trades. I am a master electrician with more than 42 years of experience in government and private sectors with demonstrated expertise in the National Electrical Code, International Code Council, and International Code Building Code, and the District of Columbia Building Codes, the DCMR. As a certified NCCER instructor, I am also proficient in electrical theory methodologies, application systems, and compliance code regulations and requirements. Since 1997, I have been the owner, president, and master electrician for True Light Electrical Services, located in Ward 7 in Washington, D.C. I have provided a full range of electrical project management and consulting services, various agencies, and I am happy to share that list with you if you'd like. Prior to starting True Light Electrical Services, I served in a variety of positions, and I am happy to share that list if you would like. One being electrical inspector for DCRA, and the first female serving as supervisor at DCRA for the Department of Consumer and Regulatory Affairs, and HUD supervisor in the District of Columbia. My professional licenses and certifications include NCCER, instructor certification, master electrician for the District of Columbia, and master electrician for the state of Maryland. I am a Washingtonian, DC native, and attended Our Lady Queen of Peace and St. Patrick's Academy All-Girls Business Catholic High School in the District of Columbia. I received an Associate's of Science in Business degree from Southeastern University in 2007 and attended Trinity Washington University from 2012 to 2014. I have received numerous professional awards in my field. For example, in 2014, I received the DC Department of General Services Certificate of Appreciation for being one of the top CBEs for True Light Electrical Services. I also received the DC Board of Industrial Trades Certificate of Appreciation from 2003 to 2012, and the DCRA Certification of Appreciation in 2004 and 2005. My professional background and experience undergird my qualifications to continue to serve on the DC Board of Industrial Trades. I have demonstrated commitment to the electrical field with more than 42 years of experience, starting as an electrical helper, an electrical apprentice, an electrician, foreman, and master electrician. As the first female electrical inspector, electrical supervisor for DCRA, and the first female to serve on this board, the Board of Industrial Trades, I have contributed to groundbreaking. I have contributed to breaking down gender barriers and encourage greater representation of women in the building trades. I continue to serve as a mentor, aspiring electricians as certified electrical instructor, business owner in the District of Columbia. I believe the building trades offer our young people tremendous opportunities for gainful employment in respected professional occupations, and to contribute redevelopment initiatives in their communities. In addition, my personal experiences have and continue to demonstrate a commitment to my city and community. For example, during my earlier years, I was a concert pianist and performed in classical music recitals throughout the District of Columbia. This experience allowed me to appreciate the transformational power of good music in uplifting our communities. In later years, as a business owner and professional, I taught and mentored students, serving as a positive role model for aspiring young tradesmen and women. Perhaps the most defining personal experience of my life was occurred when I participated in an episode of the reality TV show Restaurant Impossible, the White House edition, and had the opportunity to meet former First Lady Michelle Obama. During that episode, I helped to construct 2 apartments and converted them into kitchen and dining areas for Horton's Kids, a nonprofit organization, which provide meals to underprivileged children and cooking classes. I was instrumental in the process of securing reciprocity for master electricians licenses between DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I have and will continue to commit the time and personal and professional resources needed to help achieve the initiatives of the board and DLCP's strategic goals and objectives. During my tenure on the board, I was instrumental, along with my fellow board members, in spearheading reciprocity agreements with Maryland and Virginia, which allowed us to accept licensed electricians from these states to serve in the district. This helped to discourage unlicensed activity here in our nation's capital. I am currently spearheading efforts to implement continuing education for electricians to help them stay abreast of new developments in the field and codes and regulations. I hope to continue to serve my board. I hope to continue my board, sir. I hope to continue to serve on this board. In doing so, I plan to participate in regulatory reform, ensuring implementation of biannual continued education for all licensure tradesmen working and operating in the District of Columbia. On construction, residential, commercial, industrial sites, specifically in the business, professional, and occupational licensing, BPOL, and Board of Industrial Trades subcommittees. I believe my professional experience and expertise in these areas will continue to contribute considerably to achieve the goals, objectives, and initiatives of these subcommittees. Thank you, Chairman Mendelson, for the opportunity to testify before this committee, and would be happy to respond to any questions you and your members of the whole may have.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Thank you, each of you, for your testimony. I also want to thank each of you for your service, since these are reappointments who've served on the board. Which leads me to my first question. So each of you is up for reappointment, so you have some experience, know what the board does, how often it meets. Do you have the time to participate fully? Ms. Woods? Mr. Ellis? Ms. Lewis?
Yes.
And since you've served on the board, you have a sense of what kind of issues come before it. Do you foresee that there could ever be a conflict of interest? And if there was, what would you do? Ms. Woods?
No, I don't see any conflict of interest, and if that ever came about, I would just kind of recuse myself from that situation, but I really don't see any conflict of interest coming about.
And there hasn't been as long as you've been on the,
No.
Mr. Ellis?
No, I have no issues with that, and like Ms. Woods mentioned, I would recuse myself as well if an issue was to arise.
And there hasn't been a conflict of interest in your tenure to date?
No, sir.
And Ms. Lewis?
No conflict of interest at all. And I too would recuse myself if I should ever be put in a situation.
Do you have any outstanding liability for taxes, fees, or other payments to the district, federal government, or state or local governments, Ms. Woods?
Yes, I do. But I'm currently on a payment plan with the District of Columbia. Yeah.
Okay, and you mentioned that in your hearing
Yes,
answers?
yes.
Okay. Mr. Ellis
No, sir.
and Ms. Lewis?
No, sir.
So for each of you, what challenges, if any, do you see with the board? Issues it's dealing with, challenges, what it could be doing or should be doing? Ms. Woods?
I think, because this is my first term, and I was really impressed about how we come together as a unit and just tackle all the issues like that's presented before us. I don't really see any challenges. We have a excellent program support staff, so I don't really see any challenges, and I'm quite impressed with that.
Mr. Ellis?
No, I don't see any challenges working with the board. I would say one thing that I feel as though we probably should do is more of trying to encourage young people to get into the trades. I think we should make more of an effort to doing that.
And Ms. Lewis? Challenges?
No challenges. At one time, we did have a challenge with meeting a quorum, and that's long gone in the past. And we've been doing very well. And we work very well. One thing that I would like to see post COVID, I would like to see us meet more in person and engage more with the community.
See, I think Ms. Woods, you touched on this. I think you said you think the board members are working well together?
Mhm.
Mr. Ellis,
Yes. So,
Ms. Woods?
Yes,
I'm sorry, Ms. Lewis.
that's okay. Yes.
I got mixed up. I asked that question because I think it's important for our boards and commissions to be working well collaboratively. So I often will explore that at a hearing. Let me see if I have any other questions for you. I think there, even with your reappointments, I think there's still a couple of vacancies. Do any of you know? Somebody behind you is actually nodding their head. One vacancy
could be.
still. Let me just check, see if I have anything else.
It may be asbestos. I'm not sure. For
That's what it
steam
is.
engineer.
Okay, for the vacancy that still needs to be appointed. Just out of curiosity, Mr. Ellis, how do you see trying to get more young people into these trades?
I think that if we take a position of kind of like in doing more of an outreach and encouraging our fellow tradesmen to also encourage whether it's through schools or the trade schools, to do more of an outreach, whether it's going to the high schools to encourage them on certain days of the year when they have, I remember when I was in school, they would have, I remember seeing the fire department or the police department come out and try to encourage us to join prior to us graduating. I don't recall ever seeing a trade school come out. So I just think that that's one way that we could encourage young people or just inform them of the opportunity.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Give me just a second. I do not have any other questions for you all, so thank you. I think it's important that I have these hearings because it's an opportunity for all of us really to just focus for a few moments on what a particular board or commission is dealing with. I do want to thank each of you for your service. Might have said that already, but I'll say it again, and for your willingness to continue to serve. This is a board that I think doesn't get a lot of attention, but does make a difference in terms of work in these trades that takes place in the District of Columbia. So thank you all. I will say again, which I think I said at the beginning, that the record in this matter will be open for not quite 2 weeks, till 5 p.m. on Monday, June 3rd, if anybody wishes to submit comments or testimony. I should have said this as well. These hearings are also an opportunity, not that I wanted, to see if there is any concern or objection, which I'm not seeing, which is a good thing. So again, thank you to each of you. And with that, I'm going to end this hearing. We have another hearing which will start at 3:30. So this hearing at 3:28 p.m. is adjourned.